What's up guys, it's Joe from GetintheMix.com here, and today I'm doing a little comparison video on three of our most popular speaker or powered speaker ranges, and I will compare the three. The first one is the KRK Rokit RP6, second one is the Yamaha HS7, and finally the kind of newest one to the range, the Adam T7V. I'm going to play all of these, I'm going to compare them all and see which one you're going to get the most out of for your money. So, roll VT. So, before we have a listen to all three of these speakers, I'm just going to have a look at them individually and see which each one has, starting with the KRK RP6. Okay, so I'm going to start with the cheapest or more cost-effective of the three speakers, the KRK Rokit RP6. This is the G3, the third generation version. As you can see, the famous Rokit yellow cones tweeted there, nice little light up KRK logo in the old Rokit RP6. Now these are put out 73 watts I believe in total. I think it's 48 on the subwoofer and 25 watts on the tweeter. They look cool, made out of MDF, as I said, the yellow cone, the nice black finish. We also have everything you need on the back. So if you look here, we have a balanced TRS jack input, a balanced XLR input, an unbalanced RCA stroke phono input, obviously your power, this little kettle lead there that plugs in, and on here we have the high frequency cut and boost, so there's a boost of up to 1 decibel, and you can cut that down to 2 decibels. The low frequency cut and boost cuts down to 2 dB, and you can boost up to 2 dB, and then obviously your volume as well. As I say, this is the cheapest of the three, certainly looks cool, and we'll have a listen to it in a minute. Okay, so next up is the famous Adam Audio. This is the T7V. Adam are kind of synonymous for making more high-end pro audio equipment, usually quite expensive, so it's great that they've done one that's within the budget range of most people. As I say, this is the T7V. Slick black look, has the infamous ribbon tweeter that Adam are known for. And if we have a little look on the back, features wise, probably not as many as the RP6, as it doesn't have a balanced TRS jack input, but it does have, you know, a balanced XLR, unbalanced RCA and phono. I don't know what else, you know, whether you really need a jack these days. Level there, has a low frequency cut and boost, 2 dB cut, 2 dB boost, obviously at 0. And a little bit extra that the Rokit didn't have, this has a 2 dB cut on the high frequency, and obviously 0, but also a 2 dB boost on the high frequency, not 1 dB like the Rokit. So I will have a listen to this one, and we will see what it's like. Okay, so finally we're going to have a look at the Yamaha HS7s. Some of you will be familiar with the design, the beautiful white cone that was synonymous with the NS10s, which have been in studios for all over the world for over 20 years. The NS10s were famous for their flat response that doesn't cloud the sound, gives you a true reflection of what you're listening to. And from what I've been told, Yamaha are trying to continue this through with their new range of speakers. So the HS7 is the loudest of the three. It's 95 watts compared to the other two, which were around the 70, 73 watts. But it is more expensive, so you're getting a bit more bang for your buck, as it were. We turn it round and look at the back. Obviously, as I said, the nice white cones on the front, but on the back, again, slightly different configuration in the inputs to the other two. The balanced jack and a balanced XLR. No RCA on this one, which I guess is kind of showing that they are aiming these more at the all-round producer rather than the DJ. Have your volume, obviously. And then on here, there is only a 2 dB, well, up to 4 dB, sorry, low cut. Yeah, you can only cut the low end down to 4 dB. There is no boost on the lower end, but there is a boost and a cut on the higher end of 2 dB either way. So you can control that. So I'm going to go and have a listen to all three speakers now, get them plugged in to my trusty phone, and I'll let you know how they sound. Okay, so I've had a listen to all 3 speakers with various different types of music going through them. I think I'm ready for my conclusion. Firstly, RP6, if you're doing dance music, this is the one for you. It's the cheapest of the range, so you're going to save yourself a few quid, but it did have a really, really nice bottom end, nice full, not fake, all the kind of bass was in the tune, but it just enhanced it. If you're creating dance music, producing dance music, or even just having a mix at home, RP6s, and you're going to save yourself a few quid. And then if we move on to the HS7s, they are very, very versatile. Louder than these other 2 for sure, and probably the switches on the back did make most difference to the sound when I was changing it compared to the other 2. So if you're an all-rounder basically, and you're doing all sorts of music from rock, I don't know if you can do classical, but pop, rock, dance, all that sort of stuff, and you can afford the little extra, I would go for the HS7s for sure. Nice, full range, true sound. They didn't add anything to it, a bit like the NS10s back in the day, quite clear. But also was really, really impressed with the Adams. Now these are middle price, middle volume, and again, the switches on the back did a lot. If you're doing rock, pop, something with a lot of vocal, you might save yourself a few quid from the Yamahas, and again, go for the Adams, an all-rounder. So my conclusion would be, if you're doing dance music, definitely the RP6s. If you're doing something that's a bit rockier, maybe with some guitars and vocals, I would go for the Adams. And if you do all of that sort of stuff, Yamaha HS7s it is. See you next time.